Time now for What's Hot, where we talk about the stories that have everybody talking.
And we are joined by Rochelle Fritsch, a blogger with MilwaukeeMoms.com, plus Jeff Wagner's back.
Topic number one, should prosecutors be allowed to carry guns in courthouses? Winnebago County judges say they don't want guns in the courthouse to ensure everybody has a safe and secure environment in which to settle a dispute. But the prosecutor up there wants to pack a peace. What do we think about this?
Jeff, I'm going to let you take this one.
Okay, well, I'm really torn about this because I will tell you, in another life, because of death threats, I used to carry a gun. When I worked for the U.S. Attorney's Office for a couple years, I had a permit. I was like a special deputy U.S. Marshal. But the rules were you couldn't carry the firearm in the courthouse. I mean, I would wear the gun, I'd get to work, and then I'd put it in a secured area. I never felt a need to, actually go into a courtroom when I was trying a case carrying a gun. And candidly, while I don't necessarily think this prosecutor, I don't think he's going to be a danger, I don't understand what really the need is. I think on this one, actually, I'm kind of with the judges, and it's just because of my personal experience having been through this, I didn't need to wear the gun in the courthouse. To the extent I needed to wear the gun, I needed it coming to and from the courthouse.
Well, see, I'm sorry. But I mean, to me, that's where it gets a little bit sticky, because as I was reading this, in order for him to get from the office building, he has to go through a totally unsecured area, like under a bridge. Then he goes to the court. Unfortunately, there's nowhere for him to leave a firearm if he did feel threatened. So it'd be kind of nice to have that in case he does feel threatened, but it's like he's boxed into a corner.
Well, and Rochelle, I apologize for interrupting you there. There's another issue here, too, the safety issue, but some are saying that there's an image issue also, that if a prosecutor's wearing a weapon, it somehow might imply to a jury that the defendant is exceptionally dangerous or bias them in some way. Do you think that could be an issue here?
Well, that is an issue. I mean, when I was trying cases again, we had rules that, prisoners, even though they were clearly in custody, that they didn't appear, in their prison fatigues, because you didn't want to give that impression. We didn't have people, we didn't have them chained up, even though you had U.S. Marshals that were very close. So, I mean, I think there is an issue. To me, this is really a tough one. I guess, having tried hundreds of cases in federal court, I got to tell you, I would be uncomfortable trying a case to a jury wearing a gun. And so I guess that's why I kind of see it side with the judges, and I understand it's a little bit of an atypical position for me.
Okay, end of topic one.
And coming up next, it started in New York City, but now some other cities are looking into similar bans on soft drinks. Should your soda be restricted? More of What's Hot is next.
When a local community's water supply turns toxic,
it scares me every day.
Today's TMJ4 fights for answers. When an area company makes promises it can't keep,
we had some questions about the charity.
The I-Team takes action. When the city of Milwaukee writes thousands of bad parking tickets,
you can't tell me why you write so many wrong tickets?
Today's TMJ4 is on your side. When a problem affects your life, there's one team you can count on. Today's TMJ4 News, on your side.
The FDA warns of serious injuries with transvaginal mesh implants. If you have this mesh implant, call attorney Sarah Koss at Cannon & Dunphy for a free consultation. Get the personal attention your case deserves. Cannon & Dunphy, trial attorneys with a reputation for winning.
We're sitting on too much inventory and we gotta move it fast. So come to Carpetland USA during our warehouse sale and get a real flooring deal that can't be beat.
Hi, welcome to Nissan's Get What You Want event.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, well this one over here's got keyless entry, iKey.
Keyless ignition, love it. Love the deal.
And the technology
I know, Bluetooth, Navi, backup camera, everything I want.
It's Nissan's Get What You Want sales event. Now lease Rogue just $209 or get a $179 lease on Altima. Event ends July 2nd. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Hurry in to your local Nissan dealer.
Kind of just sell themselves.
It's VisionWorks 2 for $99 summer sale. Get 2 complete pairs, including no-line bifocals, just $99. You can even make 1 pair sunglasses. That's 2 pairs for $99. VisionWorks.
That works.
Okay, Chevy Equinox. What do we got?
32 MPG highway, an IIHS 2012 top safety pick.
And thanks to a sliding multi-flex seat, the most rear seat legroom in its class.
Excellent, Kyle.
I still see you, Kyle.
Right now, very well-qualified lessees can get a 2012 Equinox LS for around $229 a month.
Visit us online at WisconsinDriveChevy.com.
Nobody does what Papa John's does.
For just $10, get a large pizza with your choice of any 2 toppings. Or for just $2 more, get any large pizza, even specialties. Plus, earn free pizza fast with Papa Rewards at papajohns.com.
Itchy, irritated skin? Try new Cortisone 10 Quick Shot. Fast relief with the strongest non-prescription itch medicine in a no-mess spray. Cortisone 10 Quick Shot.
All right, we're in the peak heating of the day now. Temperatures getting close to 94 degrees in Milwaukee, well above our average high of 77 degrees. Not quite record-breaking temperatures today. 99 degrees was our record back in 1953, but it is definitely a very warm and steamy day. We do need some rain. Not going to get it right now. We will get some tonight. Look at the heat index, though. 100 degrees is what it feels like in Sheboygan, putting relative humidity in addition to our actual temperatures is what it feels like. It feels more like 95 in Milwaukee, 93 in Whitewater, feels more like 89 degrees, a little bit cooler in Burlington, but still a lot of us are just feeling the heat today unless you're right at the lake or if you're cooling off in the pools. Great idea to do that for today. The winds providing some relief, but not a whole lot. 15 to 25 mile an hour wind speeds have had some gusts topping 30 miles an hour, so a bit windier compared to yesterday. The winds will start to calm down, though, as we go into tomorrow. We've got a cold front on the way. That's going to help our temperatures, help the humidity, and also help with a little bit of rain. 92 degrees right now in Milwaukee. That dew point still sitting at 65 degrees. We're going to finally look at dew points back in the 50s, even some 40-degree dew points in the forecast later on. But for today, we just have to still deal with the heat and humidity. Here's the cooler air that's well off towards our west. 70 in Bismarck, 72 right now in Sioux Falls. We still have the 90s, and those 90s are going to continue to push off towards the east. Let's show you Viper right now, show you where the cold front actually is, starting to move into portions of Wisconsin, and the rain showers are all behind this cold front. And we do need the rain. We are very dry. Oconomowoc even has a burn ban going on just because of the dry conditions. Wanted to go through a couple statistics. We've only had so far 9/10 of an inch of rain in the bucket this entire month of June, so we're incredibly below average. We need another 1.5 inches to see back closer to where we're supposed to be for this time of the year, and really abnormally dry conditions just continue across southeastern Wisconsin. If you have any plans for bonfires or burning any brush, I would set those off for a later date. Here's the cold front again, bringing the rain late tonight after about 2 a.m. and should be lasting into tomorrow morning. So could have a couple of rain showers in the forecast during your morning commute, but then I think things clear out. We'll be looking at cooler temperatures and much more comfortable conditions heading into Thursday and into Friday. For tonight, though, again, showers and thunderstorms develop after about 2 a.m. 72-year overnight low. Not going to get a whole lot from this storm system, though. Only about 1/10 of an inch. Could see up to 1/4 of an inch, but that'll be in the thunderstorms. Not going to help us get rid of these abnormally dry conditions. For tomorrow, though, temperatures finally get a break from that. 80 degrees, a couple of lingering showers in the morning, but mostly sunny by the end of the day, and then 62 tomorrow night. We get into your Friday, 78 degrees. Cooler, much more comfortable. I'd say tomorrow and Friday pick days out of the week, and then the weekend, Saturday, the drier of the 2 days. A couple chances for some spotty showers by Sunday.
All right, Jesse, thank you so much.
Now more of what's hot. Again, we're joined by Rochelle Fritsch and Jeff Wagner.
And New York isn't the only city now considering a ban on oversized sodas. Officials in Cambridge, Massachusetts are also considering their own ban. What do you folks think about this?
You know, I applaud the mayor for thinking about this. I think it's coming from a really good place because obesity is an epidemic right now. However, and I get that she's trying to use an environmental strategy. However, if you want environmental strategy to be effective, you can't just attack one piece of the environment. So yes, we're going to look at sodas, but what are we going to look at about advertising? Are we going to go into taxes? I mean, where does all of this really start if we want it to be successful?
Well, see, here's the issue with me. This is a matter of individual choice. And here's the reality. A couple days ago, I'm going through the McDonald's drive-thru. I ordered the large black coffee because I like the large black coffee. They say, we don't have any large cups left. We'll give you a medium. I said, fine, give me 2 mediums, please. And that's what people are going to end up doing. You try to do these soda bans, all people are going to do is they're going to order 2 of the smaller things or whatever. If you want to grapple with the obesity thing, it's all about education. It's all about portion control. It's not about saying you can't have a 20 24-ounce thing of Mountain Dew.
Annie, I'm going to give you a chance here to get a dig in at Cambridge.
Well, I think this is a little silly. I mean, I think it's a really slippery slope. I mean, at what point are you going to ban being able to order a second hamburger or, a milkshake, or putting cheese on your burger? I agree. I think it's a nice idea. I think in reality, it's a little silly.
Un-American, I say. All right, 30 Rock star Alec Baldwin might be in a little trouble. A New York Daily News photographer filed an assault complaint after he says Baldwin punched him in the chin on Tuesday morning. On Twitter, Baldwin said the photographer almost hit him with his camera. Does Alec Baldwin have a problem, or is he just being baited here?
Okay, America is truly a great country when a complete and total horse's butt like Alec Baldwin can end up making himself rich and famous. I mean, you just look at all the different things that this guy has been into, whether it was the thing on the airplane or the thing with his ex-wife and his kid or all the various fights, and yet he still makes a fortune. I just tell you, I guess there's just no justice in this world. You be a jerk and you can be a success.
Well, that's a new tactic for me. I'll agree, Alec Baldwin is a jerk, but my bigger question is, this happened when after he and his wife had applied, or his fiance had applied for their wedding license. So my big question is, was she like in the background ripping this thing? I mean, how much more of a red flag do you need?
Yeah. See, part of the thing is, I mean, look, and I understand how paparazzi, how annoying that probably has to be. But at the same time, if you're going to be a celebrity like this and you're going to make millions of dollars and you're going to be famous for being famous, part of it is when you go out in public and, like you say, you're going to go down to get a marriage license, you got to expect that there's going to be people there that are taking pictures of it. Just adapt with it. Don't be a hothead. And again, this isn't the first time. I'd be more sympathetic if he didn't have the track record.
And according to Mr. Baldwin, the paparazzi has not laid up. This is a tweet from earlier today. I actually follow him on Twitter. 15 to 20 cameramen outside my building this morning chasing me on my bike. They're knocking people into the street, yelling, "Will you seek help, Alec?"
Wait, let's go back to what you follow Alec Baldwin?
I do follow. It's entertaining. Well, I follow a lot of people on
that's
Twitter.
Why stories like this
and
make hot
I'll tell you
so.
what, the day he got kicked off that airplane was the greatest day that I've ever followed Alec Baldwin on Twitter. We're taking a quick break. We will be right back.
Looking for exciting jobs from the area?